Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Drill Dozer for the Game Boy Advance. In the last episode, we played the secret area for Area 1. And now, we have to play through the storyline again, and I'm not exactly looking forward to it. So, we're heading to Area 5-1, which is... what is it? The prison where Jill is being held at. And guess what? We have to break Jill out. Now, before I do anything, I'm honestly considering buying an energy tank, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to go to the map, I'm going to go to Area 5-1, and start playing this game. Area 5-1, Clink Prison. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Yes, let's go there. Let's see here. Here's the rap sheet of that Drill Dozer brat Jill. Breaking into the Skulker's HQ and destroying private property. Plundering gold bars from the art museum vault. Not really? Vandalizing the priceless Kuru ruins. And rampant public endangerment and resisting arrest. What else? Oh, and 17 counts of skipping out on restaurant bills. Wait just a minute. Don't you think that's a bit of a stretch? Don't you realize it was all because of the Skulkers? And you can't just throw her in jail without a trial. You keep your mouth shut, detective. We searched her for the red diamond, but she didn't have it. She must have hidden it somewhere. But where? I have no idea. And here's Jill in the prison cell. Obviously, there is a broken wall to the right and a jail cell door to the left, and not much that Jill can do. And from here, the Dozer has a mind of its own. Check it out, Crutch. The Drill Dozer has gone all haywire. It's moving on its own. What kind of nonsense was it? The Drill Dozer startup lamp is on. The Drill Dozer is capable of acting on its own, but without a pilot, it'll be limited to half of its usual performance capability. You see, the Drill Dozer is designed to bring out the best of a pilot's skills. Why don't we just wait and see what the Drill Dozer will do without a pilot? So, we can drill with the shoulder buttons. We can jump, but only half as high as we can with Jill. We can't reach this switch for now. And if we press A, or rather B, yeah, if you press B, you hide in the shadows. This will come into play very soon. Anyway, let's break stuff and get chips. And we will be going to places momentarily and later. We won't be able to get to that box at all, and we won't be able to go to the right. The game kind of has us on rails with the diminished capabilities of the Dozer without Jill piloting it. Now, we will still have to face enemies here and there. Thankfully, if enemies are on the red blocks when they are up, You can still hit them by just aiming the drill upwards, which is excellent. Keep that in mind. And I'm going to try to get chips if I enable. Also, you'll notice that some parts of the ceilings and the walls will be broken. Also, these lasers. Press B to hide in the shadows. Get out of the shadows once the lasers pass by you. Get chips if you can. Avoid being hurt if you must. And if that happens, if you do get hit by a laser, you will have to deal with blocks disappearing on you, and you may have to deal with one of these guys. We'll have to keep drilling the hand in order to get it out of our way. And once you do that, you can then take care of this guy and absolutely wreck him. Now to get back to what we were doing, take care of these blocks just because we can, and then we'll have to head to the left. But we'll need to be careful. There are some chips to the left. If you can't get to them now, you will be able to get to them later. But if you pay attention to this laser's patterns, you can get to it before you rescue Jill. And now we have to watch this laser. This thing will double back. It won't go all the way to one side and then the other, which can make it really annoying. Also, we really cannot afford to have the lasers spot us here, because if they do, we're falling into the electrical pit trap below, and we will fall down there. Now, we managed to make it to solid ground before the laser hits us. We're good. We won't have to worry about falling into the electrical pit and having to redo this part of the level. Also, in case you see cracks like these, be sure to break them with the drill. More than likely you'll get chips, but you'll need all the chips you can get with this game. Alright. And we are now directly under the cell where Jill is being held. And by going left, we will have to continue because we have no other choice but to go in that direction. And here you are, apparently. Now, this big fist will knock you back. It can be really nasty if there is a electrical trap or anything really nasty right behind you. Thankfully, once you get that fist out of the way, these guys are really easy to deal with. And we'll need to jump up and jump with these things in order to be able to catch up with these things and get to where we need to go. This can be a pain in case we need to use the lifts. Oh, come on. There we go. And in case you have the hard bit, you have some extra chips that you can use and access. And here's some actual healing. Yeah, you'll need to be very careful in order to utilize the ability to do the jumps. And if you get hit by the slime, just keep wiggling the control pad. And you'll eventually de-slime the dozer, and you will break free of the slime. Useful for when you need to fight skulkers, because when you're slimed, you can't attack or use your drill at all. Anyway, let's make our way to the right. And here we are at the cell. We finally rescued Jill. Now the fun part begins. The red dozer was hiding, or the red dozer. The dozer was hiding the red diamond all along, and who is this? The dozer is reunited with Jill, and we have some work to do. Now that's what happened. The boss hid the red diamond inside the drill dozer. Her mother left her that diamond. She passed away when the boss was just a baby. Her love must have been powering the diamond when it saved the boss. I think I'm getting a little misty. Now that she's back on her drill dozer, we've got no time to waste. Move out. You said it. Break out of the slammer. And just like that, we need to break through the wall on the right, and we need to get the second gear. And now to tear through the self-repairing barrier before going through this door. Now, this is where things are going to get a lot harder. Somewhat. Keep on the lookout for cracks in walls and ceilings so you can find gears, and hit this switch. If you hit this switch, you won't have to deal with the lasers anymore. Which is good. Because do you really want to deal with the lasers anymore? Also, we've been here already. So, let's go up the platforms now that we have Jill and our regular jumping ability back. And we won't be dealing with him ever again. Though there will be others like him that we will see. Now to drill through this wall and get even more chips. Alright. And if you missed the chips here, you can get them a second time. You do have a second chance at getting them. So now that that's out of the way, let us make our way back up and get back to the start. We do need to go up there where that door was, but there is something that I would like to do here first. And I'd like to do it if I can get up onto the blocks. I jumped too late. Alright. That's one crack. That's two cracks. And that should be three. Excellent. We should be done with this little area. We won't be able to get up there until we do a little more exploration. And in order to get up there, we're going to have to go into the door above us that we passed by. Alright. I'm going to take care of this drill. I'm going to shift the second gear and get to the wall on the right where you can find some extra chips. I'm going to need all the money in this game that I can get. And while we may get slimed, we can still get around this way. Well, kind of, as long as I don't get slimed. while I'm trying to launch myself. And now we're up here. If we go in there, we'll go back to where we started with the Dozer. Don't want to do that yet. Instead, I want to do a little bit more exploration. Break some things. Hit this switch to get this platform moving. Get some more chips here. And don't worry about what's on the left. We'll be heading there later to get a treasure that we won't be able to reach quite yet. Now let us get back to the starting area. And from here, we're back in this place. Let's go ahead and hit the switch, and we'll get this platform rolling. Let's go to the right first. That way we can get some extra chips and some things to destroy for even more chips. Every little bit helps. And then we're going to make our way to the left here, where we can get ourselves outside. And let's see here. Oh, this thing. This thing's going to charge at you. You want to hit this guy from above and get the drill off of his back. Then you want to take care of this guy once and for all. If you're on the same level as this guy, he will speed up. But if you're not, he'll just go back to normal speed. And you'll be able to get him to move away from you a little bit. Ow. Kind of hard to get this guy away from us here. And that's what I wanted to do. Once you get the drill off, get the, not the drill, but once you get the screw off of that guy, you want to drill downwards again. Uh-oh. So that way, you can continue to hit him. And this guy is going to be plenty dangerous, just because of what is right there in the corner there. Yeah, I'm talking about that electrical trap. You want to wait for this guy to start punching before you go at it with the fist again. Also, you want to make sure you go up here for second gear. We're going to need that for what's coming up right now. So, oh, actually that's third gear. But we're still going to need second and third gear for what we're going to do regardless. That thing up there with the 2, you need to be second gear to pass through that gate in the little drill tunnel. And you kind of have the rev up to that point by the time you reach that point. So we need to be first gear to get through here. Then we need to start shifting up. Uh-oh. And that's how we get out of there. Yeah, I forgot that there were some cracks over there. So yeah, you need to be, if the gate has a 1, you need to be in first gear before you hit the 1 gate. And if it's a 2 gate, you need to be at second gear before you reach that 2 gate. This takes some practice and some trial and error. This may drive you a bit nuts. But hey, at least we can get through the self-repairing barrier okay. Okay. And from here, we need to shift up to third gear by the time we get to near the end of this tunnel. So you have to start shifting with the L button almost immediately just to get up here. But once we do that, we will get the magic spice. And let's not forget to get this, because I know I'm going to forget. And from here, we need to change directions so that way we don't get knocked off that lift. Now we need to wait on him. Oh dear. And I thought I'd be able to hit that guy. Really? Get out of here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's like the gear shift still doesn't want to agree with me. And this is one of the parts of this game that I dread. Or at least this level. Hey, you. You're trying to escape, aren't you? You can't fool me. Well, I bet you haven't seen anything like my poisonous pellets. One hit and it's game over for you, kid. So, you need to use your drill to keep yourself from getting hit. There we go. Okay, wait for him to stop shooting and then go. Alright. Yeah, because if you get hit by a bullet, you have to start that part over. Just one hit, you lose a unit of health, and you have to start this all over. And that's no fun for anyone. Also, how am I not... Well. I seem to be lucking out with not getting hit by these guys. So there's a bunch of chips in 4 of these boxes. One of them has some actual healing. And there are skulkers up there, so make sure you keep drilling upwards even after you break the boxes, so that way you aren't having a hard time and you aren't getting hit by skulkers. And it's another one of these deals. Great. Yeah, I know you're scared of my... There's no of. Yeah, I know you're scared of my bullets of doom. And you should, because there's no way I'm going to let you get away. Okay, wait for him to stop shooting. And then slide to the other side. I did that too late. Let's try this again. Well, at least you don't have to go through too much dialogue if you get hit. Oh, come on. I was trying to slide and I couldn't do that. There's a bit of a tell for when he's about to shoot at you. Also, if you get directly under this crack and drill upwards, you don't have to worry about getting hit if you're drilling in the ceiling. Get out of there. Okay. Wanted to make sure I got to the door and opened it before he shot me again. Alright, more skulkers, but that's nothing new. And now we gotta deal with these. Great. But we can get to these. And now these things are shooting bullets. I'm fine with that. And here's some more healing. Which I can definitely appreciate. Here's another self-repairing barrier. Here's some more skulkers getting in the way. Here's another area where I need to vault off of a lift. Need to get rid of this guy. And this guy. Make sure I get rid of this thing as well. Alright, now we can start drilling some more. I know we're going to keep getting chips and everything, but every little bit is going to help. Let's make sure we vault over here. And make sure we take care of everything as we make our way through here. Now we have another area where we have to face some more skulkers dressed as cops. Which isn't as frustrating as some of the things that I've seen in this stage. And we'll soon be able to enter this door. Now to... Okay, fine, be that way. Go in that direction and run away. Now, we could go through that door, but we're not going to do that quite yet. Instead, we're going to do some stuff. And I know he's going to go downward. Or rather, he's going to back off in that direction. And somehow I managed to catch up to this guy. Excellent. And here are a means of healing. Now we're going to use third gear while holding right on the D-pad to get up here, where we can get even more chips. And this part is optional, but if we do go in here, we do get a few cool things. We can see what's on the desk. There's a letter here on the desk. Make up some lies about the Red Dozers and give them a bad rap. While the police are hunting down the Red Dozers and ignoring us, we'll have free reign of the city. When all this pays off, you will be rewarded handsomely, Commissioner. With great evilness, Krug. We have not seen him since Area 1. And it turns out the police here are easily corruptible, and they're now going after us and leaving the skulkers alone. Which pretty much proves kind of what I knew the entire time. And if you go over here, it looks like a channel that just controls the prison's power distribution. The green switch in the guard tower is already switched on. And if you break through here, you'll find out that there's treasure that's painted on the wall. And you'll find some real treasure in the form of the samurai helmet. It paid to go back here. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and leave the room here. And if you missed out on the chips in the upper right-hand corner, you have a second shot at getting them as soon as you leave that room and come back here. And these guys may be running away, but I think I can still take care of them. Yeah, I can still take care of them. That's a good thing, because I want to make sure that I take care of everything. And there we go. Now, before I go through that door, I want to make sure that I get what's up here first. I know it's going to be more chips, but again, everything helps. And with the music fading out right there, yeah, you know what's up. Something is about to happen as soon as we progress in this room. So you're trying to break out, eh? You've done well to make it this far. But nobody makes it out of the room you're in. You better remove the fuse screws from the bombs in a hurry, or it's kaboom for you. So, if the lights on the bomb are red, use R. If they're blue, use L. Be ready to shift up. So that way you can take care of these bombs. And you can get the bombs out of your way. Also, make sure you stay in the center of the room. There's no reason for you to leave the center of the room. Also, make sure that you shift up to third gear. That way you can easily get through this. Some of these bombs will blow up on you. But if you can be patient, know when to gear shift, know when to shift up, you can make it through this okay. Some of the timers may be a little on the low side. You may get hit once or twice by the explosions of the bombs. That's okay. An explosion isn't going to immediately kill you, which is a good thing. And that was the only time I got hit there, so I was able to kind of survive a little bit. Alright. Need to get out of here. And I need to be able to slide. Come on, let's shift up. And from here, I'm going to wait a little bit, because this one can be rather nasty. And if you know how to time it right, you can easily get rid of this one. You're better off doing that. And in case you get caught, you can get that thing even further up above, and it won't mess with you. Also, I'm glad we got that, because I need all the health I can get for what we're about to do. And there's a steel door here with the letters LH on it. So you think you're going to just walk on out of here? Not so fast. I'm the cop and you're the thief. But the police have been acting very suspiciously lately. I'm not going to condone what you've been doing, but let me show you this. This is either something that's going to be useful to us, or it's a trap. One of the two. And yet, we have to go through this door. You can go further to the right, but it just leads to a dead end. Alright. Now for the annoying part of this. The red diamond? That's just a shiny piece of junk. I've got my own precious little gem. Behold the power of the mighty green diamond. Ah, the green diamond at last. And it's being used to control the sentry tower. Or the guard tower, as the game calls it. And now we're going to have to fight this thing. So, we need to avoid being shot by the laser. And we have the steel blocks there to help us. Now we have the missiles. The missiles will come straight down, and the blocks will protect us from them. Now we need to... Uh-oh. I forgot to aim upwards. Yeah, when the little claw flashes, that's when you want to hold up and drill. All right. Make sure you're standing in the center of the cliff edge, so that way you can get a good shot on that. Way to go! You found an entrance into that giant robot. I bet there are 3 engines powering that robot. You're going to have to go in there and destroy them before time runs out. And this is the annoying part, because you're going to have to know what you're doing in order to get through this. And if you can't do this part before time runs out, you're going to get kicked out, and you're going to have to do the current phase of the boss that you were just out of over again. That cable you just cut feeds energy to the robot's defense system. Cutting these cables will buy you more time. Yeah, 5 seconds. I don't necessarily consider that a good saving of time. Alright. We need to get just in time. And yeah, you just kind of have to pay attention to the... You just kind of have to pay attention to the arrows and just play these parts multiple times just to get through them. And this isn't the most fun part of this. Like, see, if I had just been a little bit faster, I would have been able to do this. And you can see why I'm not a big fan of this battle. There's just too much. There's just too much going on. And you're just expected to just know what to do. And it's annoying. Okay. And there we go. Now let's go ahead and drill through this. Thankfully, the game remembers how much damage we've done to this little engine that we do need to destroy. So that way, we can get on to the next phase. Now, we don't have the laser anymore, but we do have the missiles. And this time, the missiles do travel towards us, which makes them a bit of a right pain. And then, after the missiles, we just hit the little claw again. And now we gotta do this again. Yeah, just pay attention to the arrows. If you get an up arrow, you need to shift up. If you get a down arrow, you're going too fast and you need to slow down and go to a lower gear. If you get the OK message, you're at the right gear. All you need to know after that now is the timing. Anyway, we can no longer go to the right. That little part is no longer open to us, and we now have to go upwards. But we also get a sign here too. Attention janitor. The signs indicate the screw ducts. Oh, bleh. The signs inside the screw ducts indicate the proper use of cannon clamps ahead. The up arrow is a cue to shift up. The down arrow is a cue to shift down. OK means you're in the correct gear and you can pass through the cannon clamp. Ah, that's what those things are called. So yeah, fun with cannon clamps. Yay! And we're going to have to get a bit of a running start, but I will beat this guy up before I go in here. Now this one's a little better because everything's a little more compact. Oh, come on! And I can only do so much damage because that. I don't like this boss battle. I'm also not starting to like this game either. Just because of everything that I have to go through. Everything just feels cumbersome. It shouldn't. And yet, it does. There's so little room for error. I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. Now, thankfully, I do have enough time to drill through this once I get the third gear. And that's the second little engine down. But yeah, this is just so cumbersome. Anyway, we just now have the... Come on! And then there's this. There we go. You just kind of have to hold up and drill at the exact right moment, or else he just fakes you out and you have to block the claw. Anyway, we now need to go down here. Shift up. Also, let's make sure we get rid of that. And we get rid of that. That's not what I wanted. Well, I'm getting plenty of time. No. Are you kidding? Well, at least I know that I need to be a 3 there. Oh, come on! Ah! And I couldn't do any damage! And it's completely random, too. Come on. This is so irritating. And why? There we go. There we go. This shouldn't have been so difficult. I don't know why it was. But I've been playing this level for almost 50 minutes. This is where my frustrations with the game come in. And come in hard. We've got the green diamond. But at this rate, I'm just really starting to feel less and less accomplished as I get through the game. The second half of the game is where the things I don't like start kicking in. The levels get too long. Things stop being intuitive, and things get a lot more aggravating, frustrating, and headache-inducing. There's creativity in the gameplay, but the thing about creativity is that it's not always appreciated. The drill is cumbersome enough. But the way I am forced to get around just to get anything done is totally cumbersome. And I am about ready to throw my controller at my monitor. Anyway, I might as well just go ahead and go back to doing narration and whatnot. The commissioner is acting really strangely. I bet that diamond had something to do with it. So now we've got 4 diamonds. Red, yellow, blue, and green. That reminds me, I thought you clobbered the skulker boss. But he looked like he was doing fine. Who knows where he was run off to. Hey! I saw Krug with Commissioner not that long ago. And he had a diamond. I can't remember what color it was, though. Then we definitely need to find out. I'll head back to the police station. Just drop me off here. Well, at least the detective knows what's up. Also, I am totally being reminded of Sly Cooper and Carmelita. That is quite possibly the one thing that is keeping me from absolutely just throwing the controller down and saying, forget it with this game. Let's go ahead and save. And from here, let's go ahead and shop real quick to see if we can get anything. And there's a art museum map. Might as well get that. And that will open up a hallway for employees only in the art museum. So we now have a secret area for Area 2. And now I'm going to go ahead and get another energy tank because I know that I'm going to need it. I just know that I will. And that is it for everything that we can buy. And let's go ahead and look at our treasures. Anyway, here's a samurai helmet. This helmet was worn by a samurai warrior in ancient Japan. And here's the magic spice. Just a sprinkle of this will make even the most rotten food delicious. Good to know. And from here, we are going to go ahead and save our game. And we're going to keep right on playing. In the next video. So, join me next time where we play a level. It may be the art museum secret area. It may be whatever's next. Who knows? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!